Hey guys, welcome to our next set of notes. Today we're doing 9.2 area of a nest. It should be pretty short. There's only 2 slides. So I'm just going to do an example of a prism and then an example of a pyramid. For this lesson, you'll mostly only need the formulas for area of a rectangle and area of a triangle. Remember, you can always pause the video if you need more time or rewind it or anything like that. So let's get started. So example 1 says find the area of the net. So we have this net, and if you build it, it's going to make a prism. But this is basically just composite area, which we covered before spring break. So remember, composite area is just finding the area of each individual shape and then adding them all together. So that's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to find the area of each individual rectangle and then add them all together. So in this shape, they are all rectangles. So we'll be using the same formula. And remember, the formula for the area of a rectangle is base times height. So we have rectangle. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rectangles right there. So I'm going to start with this one right here, where I put the little line. So we want to find the area of that rectangle. So I guess we can just label it 1. So rectangle 1. So remember, the formula is base times height. So if you look at the rectangle, that'd be 7.4 and 3.1. So I'm just going to type that into my calculator, and I'm just using my phone calculator, so feel free to use your phone calculator. So I'm going to do 7.4 times 3.1. 7.4 times 3.1. And that is 22.9. I'm just going to round to the nearest tenth because on your practice, that's what you're going to do. You're going to round to the nearest tenth. So 22.9 for that one. Okay, so I'm going to move on to this one. So I just labeled it number 2. So we need the measure of the base, and then we need the measure of the height. So you can see like one of the bases will be 7.4, and that comes from right there. I tried to draw an arrow, that didn't work. And then we need the area of the height, which would be right here. Hopefully you can see that that's going to come from this number over here, the 5. If that's 5, then this side's 5. So to find the area of this one, we would do the, I'm going to try to write, nope, that didn't work. Well, anyway, this one's 7.4 and this one's 5. So for that second rectangle, 7.4 times 5. Okay, so I'm going to put that in my calculator. 7.4 times 5, 37. Okay, so that one has an area of 37. So I'm just going to keep moving down, do the 4 rectangles that are stacked, and then I'll do the ones that are on the side. So now I'm going to do this one. I'll try to put a little 3 right there because it's the third one. So we have 7.4 right here, and then this is 3.1. So 7.4 times 3.1. I promise I'll get a better stylus, and then this will look prettier. So if you look, those are the same numbers as number 1. So we know that that's going to be 22.9 also. And then this last one, number 4, we have 7.4 right here, and then this one is 5. So it's the same as number 2. So 7.4 times 5. That did not look like a parenthesis. Let me try again. Better. And again, that should give us 37. Okay, so I did the 4 rectangles down the middle. Now I need to do the side ones. And if you look at the side ones, like this one right here and this one right here, they're the same. So I can just multiply the numbers once and they'll both have the same number. So that can be side 5. This can be side 6 or face 6. Let me erase the formula and I'll write it up here. Okay, so for 5, we would do 3.1 times 5. Let me go ahead and multiply that in my calculator. 15.5. And then number 6 has the same numbers. 3.1 times 5. So it should also be 15.5. Okay, so now to get the total surface area of the net, I am going to add up these 6 numbers. So let me do that in my calculator real quick. All right, added them all up and I got 150.08. So that would be our total area of the net, our surface area. Okay, so that's your prism. So the next slide, example 2, we have a pyramid, and then that'll bring us to the end. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this and move to the next slide. Maybe. Yes, I'm getting better at this. Okay. All right, so this is a pyramid. We're going to find the area of the net. And as you can see on this one, there's only 2 different shapes. We have the square, and you know it's a square because all the sides are 10. And then we have a triangle. So we're going to have to use 2 formulas on this one. We are going to have to use the formula for a square, which we know is base times height because we did it on the last one. And then we need the formula for a triangle, which is base times height divided by 2. Luckily, all these triangles have the same numbers. So we only have to find the area of one triangle. And then if we want, we can multiply it by 4 since there's 4 of them, or you can just add them up individually. Let's start with the square because it's easiest. So for the square, I'll do it in blue. It's just 10 times 10. It's a 10. That doesn't look like a 10. Try again. Better. 100. 100. So the area of the square part is 100. So now we need to find the area of the triangle. And again, since all the triangles are the same, we can just do it once. And then we can multiply it by 4, or we can add it 4 times. Let me change the color real quick for the for the triangle. Okay, so for the triangle, we need base times height divided by 2. So on a triangle, remember the base and the height have to make a right angle. That means our 10 has to be our base. And our 12 is the height. Not the 13, but the 12. So the 13 really doesn't help us do anything, and that's okay. So just make sure that you pick the appropriate base and height. So for the triangle, the base is 10. The height is 12 divided by 2. So if you type that into your calculator, 10 times 12 divided by 2, you should get 16. So that means all of these triangles have an area of 60. That first one looks like 66, so it's 60. And then the square is 100. So then to get the total, we can just add them all up. So we can do 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 100, or we can do 60 times 4 plus 100, whichever way you like better. So let me go ahead and add those. And I added them all, and I got 340 yards squared. I think I forgot the unit of measure on the last one, but 340 yards squared. So whenever you do your practice tomorrow, it'll be problems like this. And there's going to be like a little form at the end of or after the video, and all it's going to ask for is like a code word just to make sure that you watch the video. So go in, type your name and all that, and then our code word is going to be, let's do rainbow. So our code word will be rainbow. When it asks you for that word, just type in rainbow, and that'll be like your check-in for the day. All right, thank you guys. Hope this video was helpful. Feel free to watch it as many times as you need to. Let's see if I can end this recording.